I was brought up in, quote, Bedford-Stuyvesant in my time. But I would like to say what scares us is I think we hear violence.
The young lady said she's afraid of violence. And isn't it sad that we who have been the victims of so much violence, now whites fear violence from us? We do not have a history of killing white people. White people have a history of killing us. See? And what you fear, may I say this, sir? What you fear, and it's a deep guilt thing that white folks suffer. You are afraid that if we ever come to power, we will do to you and your fathers what you and your people have done to us. And I think you are judging us by the state of your own mind, and that is not necessarily the mind of black people.
Shalom. First I start by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakadash. Double honors to teachers, elders, and apostles of great millstone, likewise brothers put on this truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep and new brothers and sisters doing in Shalom. Now, I didn't know what to call this lesson today, but I'm going to call it Vengeance is Scriptural. No pardon for Edomites. Now, you saw in that opening clip, and, you know, Louis Farrakhan and the rest of these guys, you know, they're politically correct. But when you come to the real church of the Most High Yahweh Shai on this earth, okay, we're going to go through the scriptures and show you that, you know, the fear that, you know, this Edomite, this proud-looking little Edomite, you know, with a puckered face, okay, displayed, talking we are the violent people, and that's their fear. Like, no, you know, and Louis Farrakhan, he answered, you know, in a way, you know, that was, you could say it's correct, you know, if you're earthly thinking, but we think in terms, okay, of the heavenly kingdom and how this is going to be, because there's not going to be an established, you know, so-called black empire here on this earth, okay? Yahweh Shai is going to return, and he's going to set up the heavenly kingdom. So a spiritual judgment that's going to be coming on y'all. Okay, let's go into the book of Deuteronomy 28 and start with 65, because we are the only people, okay, the children of Israel, okay, the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, so-called blacks and Americans and Latinos, okay, that don't have any assurance of our life. We are the one that's in doubt and fear. Every time you leave the house, are you going to come back? Every time you walk past a so-called a white police officer, is he going to just, you know, spaz out and pull his revolver and shoot you? Okay? We don't have the assurance because why? The wicked are in rulership, and our oppressor, the so-called white man, is the one that is in truly violence, and the scripture says it. Okay? It reads, "And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy feet have rest. But the Lord Yahweh Shai shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life." None assurance of thy life. Let's take a look at that word assurance in the ordinary dictionary, okay? And we'll discuss it for, 30 seconds. It means assurance is a pledge, guarantee, or state of certainty designed to inspire confidence, commonly referring to insurance, especially life or financial auditing. It signifies a positive declaration, self-confidence, or theological conviction of salvation. I'm going to stop right there, okay? Because I want you to take a look at what it says here. Inspire confidence, okay? And it signifies positive declaration, self-confidence. We are not self-confident. We have not been self-confident. The only men, okay, that are self-confident amongst the tribe of Israel, so-called blacks and Americans, Latinos, and Hispanics, okay, are the men of the Lord, because we have something called being part of the hopeful elect. So that's the confidence that's instilled in us. That's why we're able to stand up bold as lion out there on the street corners. We're able to put these videos up. We were able to cuss out the white man. We're able to tell him what is going to happen to him, which is exactly what I'm going to do in this lesson today. Should you listen to the end, you will see, okay, we don't think like the way Louis Farrakhan is thinking, and he's trying to say, well, we're not thinking of coming back to get you. No, It's scriptural. Vengeance is scriptural. We are going to pay you, Edomites, you so-called white people, you crackers. You're going to get a payback. Okay, let's go into the book of Revelation 18 and start verse 6. It reads, reward her as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works, in the cup which she had filled to her double. Slavery, all the beatings and whoopings and everything taken away from us. You're going to get double. Okay, now globally, amongst everyone, they say we were in slavery for what, 400 or 500 years. Okay, and we know that the Edomites, you're going to go into slavery for what, 1,000 years. Okay, and we're going to go into that. Let's go into Revelation 13 and start in verse 10, because it's, again, vengeance is scriptural. It says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patient and the fate of the saints. So who's those saints? That's us. The one that's sighing and crying and telling you, Edomites, what you should fear. Okay, because y'all try to just bring it down to you black people are gonna jump out there and grab my purse, and and she's one of those type that if she walk past you, she's gonna clutch onto her purse and all that stuff. And I'm quite sure some of you brothers have had that kind of attitude displayed to you. I had it done to me many times when I was living up there in New England during the 1990s. All right, and it's insulting, but you know what, at the same time it's just laughable. Here you people are, this is your world, your heaven, and you're afraid of the people that have been made low by the Most High Yahweh Shema Shai. We have no strength. There's not going to be some super black empire that's going to rise up and take vengeance on you guys like that in this time, and then maybe it's going to be somebody else. No, it's going to be the Heavenly Father sending His Son, the Mashiach. Okay, that's going to destroy your kingdom. Okay, and set up the heavenly kingdom in which you all will serve your judgment. Okay, let's go to the book of Isaiah 19 and start verse 14. Because when you listen to her talk, this is what she's probably thinking, but she don't know. But this is what a lot of you Edomites are about to find out. Because see, the Lord has 1/3 elect that He's going to cleanse and bring through the fire, of adversity and judgments. And then He has 2/3 that He's going to allow to be destroyed in various form. Famine, sword. Some going to be, saved for the being melted by the nuclear fire here in Great Babylon, America, when this place is fully destroyed. You have the pestilence or the diseases. But as we can look right now in the state that we're in right now in Great Babylon, America, think about this for a second. And this is what a lot of you, this is going to justify probably what she is thinking real soon, sooner than people think. It reads, the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. And they have caused Egypt, which is place known as spiritual Sodom in Egypt, to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggered in his woman. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. We seeing jobs going out left and right. It's just a matter of time before those who have theirs, it's gone. Left and right. Every decision that the so-called white man or the leaders of the so-called white race is making right now is bringing us closer and closer to the return of the Mashiach, and for their judgment, their excruciating pain and slavery to begin. Continue, it says, in that day Egypt should be like unto women, and should be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shema Shai, which He shake it over. I mean TikTok videos and Instagram videos and YouTube videos we get to see with these Edomites, women and men, crying, I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. This is not right, man. And they're crying. They want Jake to go out there and march. They want Jake to friggin' raise their fists up in the air for them. They're crying right now. Because why? Things are hard. Even if you're working, the cost of living is so expensive that it's almost like you're not even working. All right? And that's because the Lord has determined this. He's put a perverse spirit into your leaders. It says, and the land of Judah should be a terror unto Egypt, and everyone that maketh mention thereof should be afraid in himself because of the counsel of the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shema Shai, which He had determined against it. So 2/3 of our people have their minds and hearts set into this place. They want to stay here. They kind of they're looking for almost like to make peace with their oppressor. We're not. We're not depending on Esau to feed us. We're not depending on Esau medicine to heal us. Nothing. All right? Yahweh Shai, the Mashiach, made it very clear, that He is going to keep us even from the hour of temptation, which is going to be the MOTB, which is going to be a global thing. That's a global judgment that's going to come. Okay? Because there's a judgment that comes to those who accept it. But what you are going to have here, okay, leading up to that, is you're going to have the 2/3 of our people when things ain't going well for them, because these YNs and Jakes, them, which is so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos, and Hispanics, are only putting up with you Edomites because there's still money floating around. There's still a job. There's still a society. The water's still running. There's a grocery store to go to. Wait till all of that is gone. Wait till all of that is gone. Okay? And you crackers out there walking around still proud as hell thinking you can just, bumboozle a Jake stem on the side of that. Y'all get something coming for you. And then this bitch can friggin' doggone justify why, she's afraid of black people. But it ain't gonna be just black people, you dumb bitch. Okay? It's gonna be, okay, all these other tribes too. Okay? But I'm going through the scriptures here. Okay? It's going to be the 2/3 of our people who are sanctioned for destruction. They're gonna get out there and get busy with you damn crackers and your damn little communities that you have, and your little peaceful life that you had. Not anymore. Let's go to the book of Romans 12 and start verse 19, because this is really the elect, the patience, okay, of the elect, or the hope for the elect. Okay, we are the ones that have the assurance. Okay, we are the ones that feel confident that the Lord Yahweh Shemashah is going to deliver us. Okay, so all of that, no assurance of your life, doesn't apply to us as much. We understand being part of the curse, but there is an elect that's going to be saved out of it. It says, "Dearly beloved, avenge not yourself, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I repay, said the Lord." So the Mashiach is going to repay. Okay? You're not going to have the man of the Lord out there, ambushing you crackers and stealing your food and all the other shit and all that crap. We ain't going to be doing that. We're going to be provided with more than enough. Okay? While y'all out there battling it. But let's see how the Lord works. Okay, this is Psalms 2 and verse 1. It reads, "Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The king of the earth set themselves and the rulers set counsel together against the Lord Yahweh Shemashah and against his anointed, saying, Let us break their bands asunder and cast their cords from us. He that sit in the heaven shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision." Okay, meaning what? Okay, they're going to be in confusion. They're going to be turning on each other. In fact, let's go into Isaiah 19 and start verse 1, because this cracker is worrying about, black people, they're violent. No, the violence, as Louis Farrakhan said in the end, is you people, man. First of all, you people are going to experience violence, okay, from each other. It says it right here, "The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord Yahweh Shemashah ride upon his swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall move at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it." A lot of these women like this, they used to, these are part of that baby boomer, okay? Guess what's happening with a lot of these baby boomers right now? They can't get Medicaid. They don't have enough freaking doggone life savings to make it through. A lot of them are homeless, okay? And they've been just cast aside, because a lot of them, they thought gasoline price was going to be 69 cents for the rest of their life, and a loaf of bread was going to be 25 cents. So that's exactly how they save for it. They go, I'm now just going to enjoy myself and take vacation, and now they've already spent up all their damn money. And I'm talking about you crackers. Okay? This is referring to y'all. It says, "And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian. They shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom." So y'all will be violently overthrowing each other. Now, there is a vengeance that the Lord is going to use the children of Israel to do. Let's go to Ezekiel 25 and start verse 14. It reads, let's start with verse 13. Says, "Therefore, thus said the Lord power, I will stretch out mine hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do it Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, said the Lord power." Okay, so it's not going to be Jake's them, going out there and doing things, because Jake's them, see, we're natural righteous people, so they're going to show mercy. Okay, a little Edomite crying or stuff, and they're gonna give them food and all that stuff like that. No, see, the Lord also has another thing coming for y'all, because as this place already collapsed, Great Babylon is already destroyed. Okay, you have now what? Okay, you can have the glorified men coming down. This is Jeremiah 16 and 16. It reads, "Behold, I will send for many fishes, said the Lord Yahweh Shemashah, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks. We're going to grab the elites out of those bunkers, those shelters that they have. The rest of you low-level Edomites like this old cracker here, y'all already be dead and melted long time ago. Most of y'all going to die of either famine, the sword killing each other like that, either Jake and fuck your ass up, okay, or whatever the case is like that, right? So there's a whole lot of it that y'all have not looked at, okay? And that's the reason why they like to bring the Farrakhan's and the Jesse Jackson and the rest of these guys like that. They will never bring us on there because we will bring the scripture out and show you how you actually are going to be, okay, dealt with by the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai with his people. In fact, let's close out with the book of Luke, okay? And I'm going to read only two precepts from it like that, but you know, this is about the parable with the rich man and the beggar, okay? Lazarus being representation of the children of Israel, so-called Black Americans, Latinos, and Hispanics, and the rich man being representation of Esau the Edomite, okay? And how, you know, there's a vast difference in you know, between how they live, okay? The rich man, he prospered and lived deliciously, while, you know, Lazarus lived like shit, and then being oppressed and taking advantage of like that, and then the other tribes coming and get everything else, okay? But they both die, and this is what happened. This is a transition phase here. This gives you an idea of what you Edomites really needs to fear. Vengeance is scriptural, okay? It says, and in hell he lift up his eyes, being in torment, and seeth Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom. This is Luke 16, verse 23. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus. They may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. So this is you Edomites going to be begging for mercy in the kingdom from us. Okay, remember, we were commanded, let me go back to it, okay? We were commanded, pursuant to Revelation 18, and verse 6, it says, rewarded even as you rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works in the cup which she had filled to her double. You all are not going to be able to hide what you all have done to us. The Lord is going to reveal all of that. Okay? But Abraham says, son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things, but now he's confident thou art tormented. So this gives you an idea of exactly just how horrible of a time you're going to have in the kingdom. We are going to torment you people beyond you're capable withstanding it, significantly worse than what you did to us. And that is what y'all have to look forward to. So you pucker mouth little fucking doggone Edomite bitch, and the rest of them that thinks like this, because a lot of these old school freaking doggone crackers still living, still thinking like this. Boy, y'all haven't seen nothing yet, but y'all might actually begin to see Isaiah 9:19. Okay, Psalm verse 14, which I read about no jobs and terror in the streets of America. That might start later on this year in 2026, the way things are going. Lord willing, the elect of our Father, to close by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushua, Ba'ashim, Rakakadash. Shalom.